So one of the top questions that we get from our new clients, even seasoned investors, is what top items should I have for my first rental property, or what should I have in my rental property? Or even if it's a first purchase, your first home that you're gonna buy and live in, what's some of the items that you definitely need to have? So we want to create this video and highlight a couple items that we feel absolutely necessary and that we advise all of our clients to have in their homes as well as in their properties. The top of the list is going to be a good quality fire extinguisher. Key thing to note here is there's two of them. We want to get a general purpose fire extinguisher as well as a grease fire extinguisher. A lot of folks make the mistake of thinking just the general purpose fire extinguisher, which is the red one typically, you can use for grease fires. It is not advised to use for grease fires. You want to get a grease fire extinguisher, which is usually white and looks like this one here that I have in front of me. So two fire extinguishers, general purpose and a grease fire extinguisher. Usually they run about 20 bucks, 20 to 30 bucks for the smaller ones. So it's not something that's going to break your bank, but great to have in case of a fire. The next item on the list that we advise you have would be a good quality air filter. So the air filter is really important, not only for the obvious, which is a good air quality of the home, but if the air filter in your HVAC unit was to get very dirty, it actually creates a lot of strain, or puts a lot of strain on your system and can lead to your system breaking down. In our area, you're looking at $5,000 to $7,000 on average to change your HVAC system out. So that's definitely something you want to try to prevent, especially for this cost. They range anywhere from $4 to 50 bucks depending on what type you're trying to get, how long you want them to last. The one that we advise you to get would be the Honeywell. They perform pretty well. They last about 30 to 60 days. They last a little bit longer if you don't have pets, but you definitely want to have yourself a good air filter and be changing it regularly. Another highly rated device that very few people know of, surprisingly, would be a water sensor. So this one that we use at most of our properties is called the Watchdog Fire Alarm. It's really good. It's about $9.95 at Home Depot. What it does is it has these little sensors at the bottom here. When they come in contact with water, it makes an alarm, kind of like a smoke alarm. So we purchase them for our units and have them set up right next to the water heaters, underneath the kitchen sinks, anywhere that's prone to springing a leak and causing a lot of damage. You want to have one of these bad boys there. Again, they run anywhere from about $9.95 at Home Depot. Buy as many as you like. We usually advise you to have at least one for your water heater area and then one for your kitchen sink. If you're living in a condo, you may want to get a little bit more, especially if there are units underneath of you. You most likely would be responsible for any damage to other units. So if you can have this set up where it goes off in case of a water leak, you're able to know that there's a water leak and attend to it really quickly. So very, very important that you have the Watchdog water sensor or a water sensor of any kind that that behaves similar to this one. Another really cool tool that very people know about would be the Jam Buster. So this is on average around $6 to $8 from Home Depot. It saves us and our clients so much money. A typical plumber is going to come over and unclog your waste disposal unit for about 150 bucks. So for $7, you can have this underneath your kitchen sink, right where your waste disposal unit is. Whenever it jams up, and you know that it's jammed when you hear a humming noise, but the mechanism is not spinning on the inside of the sink, it's jammed. So what you would do is stick this at the bottom of the unit. There's a hole in the middle. You spin it a couple times, take it out, reset your waste disposal. There's a reset button at the bottom as well. Turn it on, and 9 out of 10 times that solves your problem. So again, $7 to save 150 bucks every time. It is a fantastic tool to have. All of our properties have these underneath the kitchen sink right next to the waste disposal. And what you may also want to do is learn how to use it, of course, and then teach your tenants to use it so that in case there's a problem, they know how to solve it themselves. They don't have to call you or call your property manager. Another item that you definitely want to have is a good quality smoke detector. So if you can afford it, get a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide detector in one. This one's just a very simple one. It's about 29 bucks from Home Depot. All it is a smoke detector. There are some that you can get that have a combination of both. Again, if you can afford it, go ahead and get those for the peace of mind. The combination units detect smoke and fire, as well as any carbon monoxide leaks from your HVAC unit or propane and those other harmful chemicals in the home. So again, great to have. This one is really simple. We really like the Nest thermostat. It's about 99 bucks. I believe they have a new one now for 150 bucks. It's connected to the internet. You can get alerts on your phone even if you're not home if there's a possible fire or a carbon monoxide leak. So it's really cool. Last but not least is gonna be your toilet flap. So 9 out of 10 of our plumbing calls, this is usually the issue that folks are calling about. So you know that your toilet flap is bad or you need to change it if the water constantly runs into the bowl of the toilet. What happens is the one that you have in your toilet is probably old, so it got soft and water is escaping around the sides of it and going into the toilet. By changing this out, it seals inside the tank and stops the water from going into the toilet. It saves a lot of water, especially if you're responsible for paying water, or even if you're not responsible for paying water, you don't want to waste it. It's also annoying to hear the water running into the toilet all night long, all day long. This usually solves that problem. Again, it's a universal toilet flap. Solves that issue fairly quickly. So for more information on property management, what you should have for your rental property, as well as just general property tips, check out our blog at kazopm.com. That's Kazo, P as in property, M as in management.com. And feel free to shoot us a message if you have any questions. We're happy to assist you. My name is Kareem, and I am the owner / broker and property manager with Kazo Properties. See you next time.